I think you said we could have stopped 9/11 though, right? So
Yeah, I did
if
say
you
that 9/11 could have been, and when I say we, I really mean the military intelligence community, but
sure,
thought could have been a kind of solution to that, the kind of thing that we want to do, getting the right information in the right hands, getting the right relationships. Part of 9/11 was political failure because the right regulatory environment, the right cooperation between intelligence agencies, all that stuff was lacking. But and that's no secret. That's been torn apart. That's been torn apart in the conversation for the 2 decades since. But that was a nightmare for those of us actually working in the community, though. It was just an absolute nightmare. It was a nightmare for everyone, but the aftermath just was insane in the intelligence community because it's we screwed up. There were things that should have been better, and they just weren't. Can we make those
so
things better? I think that the path that we're going down here is a way to help make things like that better.
how would thought have changed had the potential to change things? Like, can you break that down for us in simple terms?
Well, it one of the biggest problems in the postmortem of 9/11 was all of the pieces of information that we had in different places. Things about people entering the country illegally, things about people overstaying visas, things about people getting flight training, but that those people only had, a visa for this long and that wasn't long enough to finish the flight school, and people getting into the flight school and only long enough to learn how to do certain tasks, and then certain research that certain people were doing. Um, we look at their search history and we find out these things, and the fact that these people and these people not only knew each other but came from the same village and went to the same mosque and there were all sorts of little pieces of information that if they would have been all together in any one place would have given us a whole lot more forewarning that something was going to happen. But these people over here knew this information and those people over there knew that information, and they weren't allowed by law to talk to each other, which was just a very interesting thing that got fixed after 9/11. But and just things, relationships that should have been discovered but there wasn't anybody to discover them. There were reports that were written that never got read because they were mixed in with all these other reports, and there was just too much information for human beings to process,
Gotcha.
and they needed automated tools to do that processing that they just didn't have. And those are the kind of tools I want to give them. I want to give the next group of people that needs to be able to solve a problem like that. I want to give them those tools.